There was a time when I didn't even realize how my heart had grown weary. One rainy morning, I came home soaked from the market, my hands heavy with groceries. Neighbors were arguing, a child was crying, and for no clear reason, I felt something tightening in my chest. Life seemed to drain away small pieces of peace and hope from within me. I used to think optimism was only for the lucky, for those who never had to worry about money, betrayal, or loss. But one day I read the Buddha's words: when the mind is restless, every place is suffering. When the mind is at peace, even the storm feels like a cool breeze. That line silenced me for a long time. Perhaps I was the one pulling darkness over my own life by refusing to step out of negative thoughts. I began to watch myself. Why did one small criticism hurt me so much? Why did one broken promise make me lose faith in the world? Why did I despair so easily? Instead of whispering to myself, "It will be okay." Perhaps I was the one pulling darkness over my own life by refusing to step out of negative thoughts. I began to watch myself. Why did one small criticism hurt me so much? Why did one broken promise make me lose faith in the world? Why did I despair so easily? Instead of whispering to myself, "It will be okay." Then I learned something important. Optimism is not pretending there's no pain. It's knowing the pain is there, but choosing to move forward anyway. It's believing in a better tomorrow. I started small, opening my window every morning before checking my phone, taking a deep breath, pausing 5 seconds before reacting. Sometimes I smiled even when I wasn't happy, and strangely, the smile came first, then joy followed. One morning, while sipping tea, I saw an old woman cycling in the rain, selling vegetables. Her raincoat was tattered, yet she smiled and greeted people kindly. I felt humbled. She had so little, yet her spirit was so light. I remembered the Buddha's words: the one who knows contentment will never be sorrowful. The one who can smile will always be at peace. From that day, I realized optimism is not a gift life gives us. It is a practice, a discipline, a form of training the heart. It is something we cultivate, not something we wait for. People often ask me, how do you stay optimistic without being naive? I tell them, I'm not optimistic because I think everything will go well, but because I believe that whatever happens, I will learn something from it. You can choose to be sad, that's human, but let your sadness be wise. Be sad to understand, not to blame. Even on the darkest days, you can still be the one to light a lamp. That light comes from within you. The Buddha never promised a life without suffering, only a way to transform suffering into light. And one of the first lights is optimism, the key that unlocks the heart's door. Sometimes I still wake up feeling heavy because of a broken hope or a message that never came. But I've learned not to deny the sadness. I say, yes, I'm sad, but it's okay. I still have myself. Like the Buddha sitting beneath the Bodhi tree, I try to sit quietly with my pain instead of running from it. I once visited a friend with cancer. He smiled so brightly as if he had never heard bad news. I asked, "How can you still smile?" He said, "Because every day I wake up and still see the sunlight. That's a gift. If today is my last, at least I smiled." That moment humbled me deeply. I realized I had once been sad over small things while forgetting the gift of being alive. Optimism doesn't have to be grand. It's as simple as being grateful for small blessings. I once met a street cleaner who smiled every morning despite her hard job. When I asked if she was tired, she said, "Of course, but everyone has their own tiredness." She laughed. If I clean the streets while being sad, then there's more trash inside me than on the road. Her wisdom moved me to tears. The Buddha taught that everyone carries seeds of enlightenment, even the humblest person. Often, we set too many conditions to be happy, to have enough money, no betrayal, perfect health. But think about it. If life were perfect, why would we need to grow? Even the Buddha left his palace of luxury to seek truth. He knew peace doesn't come from outside things but from inner balance. Optimism is not forcing yourself to be happy. It's learning to live gently with what's imperfect. Now, when challenges arise, instead of reacting, I pause and ask, what is this teaching me? When others treat me poorly, I learn compassion. When work fails, I learn patience. When I lose something, I learn letting go. These are lessons I could never learn if life was always easy. Once, I was afraid to go outside because the world felt chaotic. But I started noticing little things. An old lottery seller wishing me luck, a child handing me a flower, a stranger stopping to help me pick up my fallen bike. These small moments reminded me kindness still exists. I read about actor Keanu Reeves, who, despite his fame, eats alone in the park, shares food with the homeless, and helps strangers. He lost loved ones, faced betrayal, and lived in solitude, yet remained calm and kind. When asked why, he said, "Life is too short to stay angry or bitter." He understood, perhaps without calling it Buddhism, that life is suffering, but the mind doesn't have to suffer. Happiness is not found somewhere far away. Every sunrise, every breath, every chance to love and learn is a blessing. As long as we can still be optimistic, our soul is still alive. I no longer try to make life easier, only to make my heart softer. When the wind rises, I want my heart to bend like a leaf without breaking. Once, I saw an old guard wiping chairs in the rain with a smile. He said, "Having work, having a place to belong, that's already luck." He pointed outside, "See? Some people are sleeping on the street tonight." His words struck me. While I worried about big dreams, others were simply grateful to live. Optimism is not about what you have, but how you see what you have. I met a woman selling sticky rice every morning after her husband left her. She said, "I smile so my kids won't worry. If I'm sad, our house gets darker." Her words stayed with me. Optimism is not just an emotion, it's a responsibility. A choice to stand up so our loved ones still have hope. The Buddha said, "When the mindful heart is peaceful, the world around it is peaceful too." I also once heard about an old doctor who, after long night shifts, still went home to care for his paralyzed wife. For 10 years, he never complained. When asked if he was tired, he smiled, "Every day with her is worth living. I don't feel pain, only love." Stories like these remind me that though the world holds much loss, it still overflows with goodness. The Buddhist key to unlocking the heart is not a secret, it lies in how we see life. When you choose to notice the light instead of the dark, to trust instead of fear, to be kind instead of resentful, your heart opens. And when the heart opens, suffering becomes a teacher, and every difficulty becomes a chance to grow. I'm not always optimistic, but I believe we all can learn. Start by complaining less, being more grateful, and treating yourself and others more gently each day. Optimism is not always smiling, it's believing that even tears can make your soul clearer. If today you feel tired or sad, know that you are not alone. We are all learning to walk through life slowly, imperfectly, but with effort. Be gentle with yourself. Inside you, there is always a small light. No matter how strong the wind, as long as you protect it with your heart, that light will never go out. Thank you for listening till the end. May these small words bring you even a little peace. And if you find them meaningful, share them. A gentle word might save a trembling soul somewhere.